LeBron James. He suffered a tendon injury in his right foot against the Mavs last weekend and will now be reevaluated in about 3 weeks. That was announced by the Lakers yesterday after James returned to LA and was examined by team medical staff and physician. The Lakers are 1-1 since the win over the Mavs without James, losing to the Grizzlies, but finishing their 3-game road trip with a 123-117 win over OKC. Stephen, I'm going to start with you here because I know that you originally said before LeBron was injured that you felt like the Lakers would make the playoffs. If the Lakers don't make the play-in, what are we going to say about AD?
Not much. The fact of the matter is this. It's gotten to a point where, listen, AD is good for 28 and 10 a night when he's on the court. Mm-hmm. But those are numbers. Here's what has to be said. One is the obvious question of durability. Mm-hmm. The other is, do those points really, really matter? I mean, we're getting to a point where when we see AD on the court, it's not even about the numbers. It's about what you're doing when it counts. When LeBron James goes out and it's announced he's going to be out for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and your first game on the court without him after this, you put up 2 points or 2 shots in the first quarter. That's problematic because what you want to do is come out there and you're going to say, oh, this is mine now. Mm-hmm. My man is out. I got to take over. And you want to send that message as immediately and as emphatically as you possibly can. And you want to put your team in a position where they're making noise without LeBron, and everybody know they're going to have to contend with you. And what we saw from Anthony Davis is, let me just fit in and do my job. And the reason why you have to be mindful and cognizant of that is because when you come across as giving that attitude, that ain't about winning or losing. That's about covering yourself to say it ain't me. There's 2 different things. I'm not saying that's what Anthony Davis is doing. I'm saying that's how it looks. And so what I'm saying is he has to be mindful and cognizant of that if he truly wants to be recognized as a star in this league. And this is where LA comes in. And I'm going to say this, and I'm not joking. Okay, Big Perk gonna laugh because, he knows what I'm going to say, but I'm dead serious when I say this. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why when you live in LA, you live in Miami, in places like that, even the ATL, Trae Young and those boys down there, the whole bit. When you win in cities like that, there's an elevated level of cachet that comes your way. Do you know why, ladies and gentlemen? Because everybody knows there are distractions. There are profound, very significant distractions. And it is very, very easy to sit up there and say, the sun will shine tomorrow. If you remember over the summer, not to throw shade on Russ, because I'm not trying to, but in Russell Westbrook's case, there's plenty of athletes that are driving down the highway singing and chilling and the whole bit. But after the season he had last year, when he was seen in his car, with the video on social media, You Can't Break My Soul by Beyonce, that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way because what he was saying is, I'm all right no matter what. Right. Fans don't want to see that. They're going to hold something like that against you. And when you look at Anthony Davis, you do get the impression, I'm in L.A. Life is nice. Getting paid. I'm on the Lakers. I'm in the Southern California sunshine, even though the weather's been cold there recently from what I'm told. It won't be cold when I get there, but that's a subject for another day. The point that I'm trying to make is when you got that stuff going on, you got to be protective. You got to guard against that. And I don't think that Anthony Davis has done a good enough job of guarding against that. We see a dude that's getting his numbers when he's on the court, and you're able to say, well, he's doing his job. But you're supposed to be a star. Mm-hmm. And a star, more than that is required. And that's not what we're getting from Anthony Davis.
Well, let me say this. Let me answer the question. If they don't make the play-in tournament, will Anthony Davis be the one to blame? And the answer is hell yeah. You know why? Because Rob Pelinka went out during the trade deadline and he made some great moves, acquired some nice pieces. And Dennis Schroeder is no scrub. So when Anthony Davis was out, Before the trade, LeBron James held it down. LeBron James rallied guys around him when he still had Patrick Beverly, Russell Westbrook, Thomas Bryant. He had him looking like an all-star. It's time for Anthony Davis to scratch his back. And in these last 18 or 19 games that they have, Anthony Davis actually have an opportunity to change the narrative about him. Meaning he has a chance to get back into that conversation where people had him in the same category with a Giannis and a Jokic and an Embiid. Like, the keys to the car are right there in your hands. Now, if you want to get in there and start the engine up and take off driving with it, that's on you. But it don't start with you sitting out in Oklahoma City knowing that y'all playoffs has already started and every game matters. So I'm looking at AD right now, and I'm holding him to this high standard, and I'm saying we're not asking you to get them into the postseason. We're asking you to get the Lakers into the play-in tournament, and you have enough pieces around you. They have established a culture for us on the defensive end. Can you take over the game? Can you elevate your game and be on Giannis level? Can you elevate your game and be on Embiid level? Can you elevate your game and be on Jokic level? Again, you have the talent.
Right.
It's about, do you have the mindset?
Exactly, the mindset. And to buffer your point, I think even more than you just did, Kendrick Perkins, is by saying this. Anthony Davis right now is averaging 25 and 12 on 56% shooting, and no one cares because you're not seeing it when it really, really counts. And if you're listening, Anthony Davis, there's two things that I want you to know. Number one, the Los Angeles Lakers won a game the other day without you and LeBron James. They lost with you on the court when LeBron went down to Memphis. They beat Oklahoma City without you. Not that Oklahoma City compares to Memphis, but you get what I'm saying. Why is that important? Because point number two is this. On the night that LeBron James eclipsed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the all-time scoring record in NBA history, scoring points in NBA history, the Los Angeles Lakers couldn't beat that same Oklahoma City Thunder team on their own home floor. With Anthony Davis and LeBron James and Russell Westbrook in the lineup.
Right.
So you lost to Oklahoma City with y'all. They beat Oklahoma City without you. If you're Anthony Davis, that should resonate.
That team, they're struggling out west. Last night, the Clippers blew a double-digit lead once again, this time to the Warriors, resulting in a 115-91 loss. It's the Clippers' fourth consecutive loss. They haven't won since entering the All-Star break and have blown leads of 14, 12, and 12 points in losses to Sacramento, Denver, and Golden State, respectively. Here's their head coach, Ty Lue, with his thoughts.
Just for us, like I said, we got to just stay the course. You know, got to be mentally tough, mentally strong, can't give in, and you just got to be tougher, you know, and that's the bottom line. When stuff don't go your way, it shows you what you're made of. And so I'm confident that we have a good team, and they have to be the same way. They got to feel the same confidence.
All right, in their losses, in their 4 games since adding Russell Westbrook to the team, the Clippers are 0-4, allowing over 133 points apart to their double overtime thriller versus the Kings last Friday. On top of that, their nearly 20 turnovers per game leads the entire NBA since the All-Star break. Perk, I'm going to start with you on this one. How disappointing is this Clippers team?
Hold on. Kendrick Perkins, may I ask you permission, Big Bro? Can I start this off for you? Kendrick Perkins? Because I got something on my mind.
Do your thing.
Let me tell you something right now, man. I watched this game last night. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse my language. Los Angeles Clippers got their ass kicked. Period. Golden State gave it to them. Without Steph Curry. Bust their living, you know what? The Clippers make me sick. Somebody got to say it. I can't stand them. Now we all know that I'm a bit biased because damn it, I'm trying to get to LA. I ain't apologizing to nobody. I don't care if it's the Lakers, the Clippers, or whatever. Whatever's gonna get me to Southern California, Kendrick Perkins, that's what I'm rooting for. And we know that LeBron is hurt. He's out 3 weeks, so I can't expect but so much from the Lakers, okay? Because LeBron is hurt. That means AD ain't far behind. We know that he's gonna be in the infirmary in short order, unfortunately. Okay, so we just gonna wipe the Lakers out, okay? So let's get to the Clippers. I mean, they make me sick. And I want to say to the national audience, my condolences. I feel bad for Steve Ballmer. I feel even worse for Ty Lue. Kendrick Perkins, I'm going to ask you a rhetorical question. Tell me one time you've seen Ty Lue happy this year. I haven't seen him smile all year.
I haven't.
He's miserable because he's coaching this nonsense. I don't want to hear about